Welcome people, it's your girl Sarah Beth and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, you guys, I really want to touch on the art of letting go. You know, shedding that dead weight. Why is it so hard for us to let go? I just want to talk about what's been going on in my life lately, what's been going on in my friends' lives lately, and some things that I've realized, and just share with you my tips on what to do and what not to do based off of my own personal experience. So, without further ado, let's talk. Yeah, people. So, what I found out this week in talking to my friend about what letting go actually is and isn't, and what are good things or habits that can help us in letting things go or letting people go, letting situations go. I've come to realize that it takes practice, and I think that, like, my friend said something that stood out to me. She said, eventually you just get tired. Eventually you just get tired of choosing the wrong thing, choosing what is not right for you. And you will just decide. When you're tired of being tired, you will just decide. And we all have that point where we get to where it's like, okay, I don't let this bad habit go, or I don't let this negative relationship go, or I don't let this negative environment go, and it's draining me. It's sucking the life out of me. And you can preach to someone to get out of a certain environment or relationship or situation all you want, or stop a bad habit all you want, but it's not until that person gets tired that they actually make a change on their own. Not really on their own, with support, but they in within themselves muster up the courage and the determination to say, I need to make a change, I need to let go. So we can't really force people to let things go. Everybody has their own personal journey, and everybody has their own walk to walk in life. And I feel like sometimes when you're at a certain point and you see others struggling to get to the point that you are, it may become frustrating for you to see them struggle. But I want you to understand that each person has their own path and their own timing to get to where they need to be. So just be patient and just be supportive if that is you. If you are the friend that seems to be behind in getting to a certain mindset or getting to a certain point, it is important for you to remember that everybody went through a process to get to where they are. Try to focus more on the lessons and the journey than actually beating yourself up as to why you can't just let certain go, and you can't just be healed, and you can't just get over it. Be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, and focus on the journey. Focus on what life is trying to teach you specifically, because everybody has gone through different situations, similar but different situations, and it has taught them each something different, and they've looked at it differently from different perspectives. So I would advise you, when trying to assess a situation and trying to see if you are holding on to it, or you just have a hard time letting it go, give yourself grace and give yourself patience, because we all make mistakes and we all are a work in progress. Nobody is perfect. So when it comes to letting things go, I think one of the main things that I would say is your why. The reason why you want to let go has to be super strong. It has to be so strong that it fights against the the desire to go back to what's familiar and what's comfortable. The desire to remain in sin or the desire to stay in a toxic situation is very strong, especially because you're used to it. And when you're used to something, you're just comfortable. You're comfortable being in that situation. So even if it's bad for you, you tend to desire it. It becomes your default almost. And you have to give yourself grace and time in order to let go. Nobody lets things go overnight. It's a process. And with the help of God, it can be easier than trying to do it without God. That's been my experience. Trying to let go of things without God's help is a nightmare. You just keep repeating the same cycle. But inviting God into your situation and asking Him to help, it actually really does make it easier. And I just want to encourage you guys that if you realize that you keep repeating the same cycles, you're not dumb, you're not stupid. A lot of times you just fall prey to the enemy's schemes and traps. The devil is very crafty, and he is out here using what he personally knows about you to design the perfect distractions, to design the perfect delays, to design the perfect, stumbling blocks. So be very aware. I would advise you guys to be very aware because he's very sneaky. He's very, very sneaky. And by the time you're done being distracted or done missing the deadline for your purpose or your goal, you won't even realize that that's what happened, because he is so crafty. Each person's distraction, each person's toxic situation, each person's whatever it is you can't let go, bad habit, is perfectly designed for them. So I may not struggle with doom scrolling on social media, but someone else might struggle with that. My problem might be I spend too much time working and not on doing other things. And someone else might not have a problem cutting down their work hours or knowing when to stop working. And they may just get to doing what they need to do outside of work. So everybody's distraction, everybody's old habits, and notice I said old habits because we're speaking it into existence. These bad habits will become old habits, okay? We're going to work on ourselves and we're going to become better. We're going to develop better habits. We're going to kick procrastination to the curb. We're going to kick being distracted on social media to the curb. We're going to replace all of these bad habits. In 2024, we are going to work on ourselves. We are going to become better. We are going to grow together. So with letting go, I just wanted to leave you guys with the message of give yourself grace, because it definitely took time for me to let certain things go, let certain people go. I was always holding on because I have a sense of loyalty, and sometimes you make promises in situations that you're in and then it doesn't serve you anymore, and then you kind of feel guilty moving on from them because you made promises or you had expectations towards how a situation or how a relationship was going to work out. So I would just say to make sure that your whys are very strong. Make sure that whatever you want for yourself, the reason why you're letting go, make them clear and make them strong. so that it will help you. It will be a reminder to you, and even write them down so you can go back to it whenever you feel like going back, or you know, regressing to an old habit or an old relationship or old toxic situation that you should not be in. Remind yourself as to why you left in the first place. With that being said, I will leave you guys with that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to give yourself grace. You're a work in progress. Just find accountability partners to help you, and let's grow together. You can't do it by yourself. So let's find a therapist, let's find a friend, let's find an app, something to keep you accountable. Let's do the work. 2024, let's do the work. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.